All right, so welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a great Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a great holidays with your friends and family. Let's start this new year off strong by chasing your goals, chasing your purpose, and becoming a better version of yourself than you were yesterday and the day before. So in this video, just want to do like the ultimate pull-up guide for you guys to understand pull-ups and how you can get stronger with pull-ups, gain more strength, and really understand that how this all works. Now, pull-ups are very simple. We all know what these are, but let me give you a little background. Before I went into the military, I used to play football and I was trash at it.
Garbage!
But regardless, I built up all this muscle playing high school football, and I was very strong and built, and back in those days. And I was strong moving the weight. So by the time I saw the Marine Corps recruiter and they tell me to get up on the pull-up bar, I kid you not, bro, I can only do like 5 and then 3 at the most. But 5 was like my max at that time, right? And even though I was strong and my muscles showed that I was strong, I was actually weak because I had no strength. Like, you can gain strength training weights, I'm not saying that, but I am saying in that this is a different type of strength. This is like real functional strength, and that's how I come to find out, like, training this makes you stronger than training in weights. You might look like you're not that big when you train calisthenics. When you go into the gym and you start moving weight like it's nothing, because all you've been doing is pull-ups, dips, and push-ups, and you're over there throwing weight with the big boys, people are gonna look at you like, dang. And you're all natural and you're all built from the ground up. And so in this video, that's how I'm gonna structure this video for you guys, so that way you guys have help. Because what's the point of having all this muscle for what, right? If you want to look ripped, if you want to be toned, if you want to have a better body, let's have the strength to go with it. You're gonna have to earn it. So this is what we're gonna do in this video, so let's go. All right, so the first exercise we're gonna start with is dead hangs. So if you can't do pull-ups, dead hangs are a good exercise, because believe it or not, you hanging on to the pull-up bar as long as you can is very challenging, and you can just time yourself or just hold on for like 3 sets max for like as long as you can. I think that's the best way to go about it, honestly, because with dead hangs, not only like these are good for like stretching, like just to stretch your spine and just get it, moving and flowing, but by hanging onto the bar for so long, all this in your forearms is going to get worked. And what this is actually doing is this is creating more strength in your forearms and in your grip for pulling strength. So that's why strength is key. Muscles are nothing compared to strength, like actually building true functional strength. And what you'll notice is you hanging on to the bar for a certain amount of time, this will start to burn, this section here, this section of your forearm will also start to burn, and then it will go down to your biceps. But like if you're a complete beginner, you can barely do a pull-up, or you can do 1 or maybe 2. Doing these are so good, like even to start out for beginners or intermediate. All right, so start doing these 3 sets. You can time yourself, or 3 sets to how long you can hold it for. This next segment is resistance band pull-ups. This is the light, the medium, and the heavy band. If you can't do like any pull-ups and you're a complete beginner still, or if you can maybe do a few, you can start out by using the heavy band by pulling it down, and you may need to stand on something like a chair. I'm gonna use this now. I'm short, I'm 5'6", I'm a short king, and I'm not tall like that. I'm not in the NBA. Normally I would just put 1 foot in on the super heavy band because it's all you need. But if you need to put both foot in, you can. But obviously, like so, just do your pull up here. And what is crucial, because you're gonna have like a lot of more added help and a lot less resistance. Gravity's not working against you because you got the band. The band is helping you with gravity from kinetic energy. But what you wanna make sure you wanna do is make sure you do these with correct form. All the way up and all the way down. And make sure when you go all the way up, you pause for a little bit and you hold it, because the kinetic energy with the bands will like kind of make you go down. Instead of like doing it like structurally in a normal pull-up way, you're gonna start doing it with momentum like this. It's not gonna be like natural. This is fine too, but you really want to like really engage and focus. That's what I want to really preach about in this video, to really engage and focus on what you're doing. Because if you're just doing this just to do it, and you're using the momentum you're using momentum, yeah, to come up, but then obviously what goes up comes down. Really like pause and hold it and like really squeeze and really feel it. You'll feel the muscles engage, as you're doing it and come back down. And when you come back down, I should never let go of the band. But when you come back down, right? You pause it and you come back down, pause again. Because now you don't want to like go up and go down, and then the force, the bouncy force of this band will allow you to spring up again, right? And you're not gonna really feel the muscles engaged. So the reason why I say that is because when you're going all the way down, you're at a dead hang, right? And then you're going up, all the way down to the dead hang, going up, all the way down at a dead hang, going up. Chin past the bar, no excuses. If your chin can't get past the bar, it doesn't count. So we're not even gonna go there. Obviously, the same thing applies with the medium and the light band. You're gonna have a lot of harder time with the lighter band. So, but still, the same thing applies, because once you get off these bands, you wanna do these with correct form. As for how many sets and how many reps you should do this for, it's really at your discretion. I say 10. 10 is always like a good number, or 12. But even if you can't get to 10, right, that should be your goal. You need to do like 3 sets of however you can do, and let that be it. What's gonna happen is next week when you try to hit this exercise, you're going to get stronger, trust me. If you can only hit 6 and you hit 3 sets of 6 of this, let's say if like you're doing 6 of pull-ups, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're doing 6, and let's say the next set you're doing like 4 reps on the next set, can't do 2 more. It's okay to stop and pause and rest for a little bit. Take a small little break and then hit out the other 2. And then same thing for the third one. If you can hit only 3, then pause and rest to hit the other 3. You want to keep as much as you can do. Or like your first set is obviously gonna be your best one, but for your second and your third, it's not gonna be as clean. It's not gonna be that consistent, and that's fine. Like, still keep the form and everything, make it look clean, I'm sorry. It's okay if you don't get that many reps the second and the third time as much as the first, as long as you rest and take a break and you do it again. Same form, like keep the form to the T, because the form is important, so that way you get the proper strength for this, because this will engage like all the muscles in your back and all the muscles in your forearms. And not only this is a compound movement exercise, it's more than just back. Sometimes like pull-ups would actually, like, because I'm pulling up so much, it's actually making my biceps bigger. Same thing with push-ups, but we'll get into that in another video. And you can also use these bands for muscle ups as well. But this is how you utilize resistance bands, and you want to utilize this in that way, so that way you're doing it correctly. Okay, so now once you pass all these steps, now we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of everything, pull-ups. So if you're struggling getting your pull-up numbers up, right? And let's say if you can only hit 8, it's gonna be the same principle I said before with the resistance band. Some people are stuck with a number with doing pull-ups because they haven't really trained pull-ups correctly. You're not getting the strength benefits out of it. It's more than just muscle building. All of it's with the strength. I keep saying this before, looks equals strength, muscles equals strength. If you just chase the strength, the muscles are gonna come, the looks are gonna come. It all is gonna fall in naturally the way it's supposed to happen. So, pull-ups, you wanna be at a dead hang, all the way up, chin past the bar, and all the way down. And you want to do that for as much reps as you can for your first set. There's 2 ways to train it. So if you can get past 10, right? Let's say this. There's 2 ways. There's actually a lot of ways to train it, but I'll give you the first and easiest way. If your goal is to hit 10 pull-ups consecutively, or if you can't hit 10 at all, so if you want to get to 10 one day, or 12, or 15, or 20, what you want to do is train for that number. How do we do that? If I can only get to 15, my first set will be 15. And then let's say like my second set is like 14 or 13 pull-ups, right? I would rest for a little bit and then finish the rest of it just to get to 15. And that will allow me to get stronger. As I'm getting stronger, the next week that goes by, I'm going to see some strength, because now you'll know when you got stronger if your second or especially your third set of pull-ups, you're getting 15 in a row with ease or barely any difficulty. You got to train where you're at and master it. That's the goal here. If you're not training where you're at and mastering your craft where you're at, how do you expect to progress to the next level? How do you expect to jump from Super Saiyan 1 to 2 in a day? Growth does not come overnight. Blessings don't come overnight. If you want what you want, you gotta work for it, all right? You gotta train where you're at and get stronger where you're at. You gotta recognize your goals. You gotta recognize your strength for yourself. So if I can only get 15 the first set and I fall back and I get 10 or 12, rest and hit 15 again. Now, if weeks pass by, or even a month or 2 months later, usually it'll take about a month or 2 if evenly, right? 2 max. 2 max, like a month and a few weeks. But if my third set or my second set, like I will say your second set, if you're getting 15 the first set and 15 the second set, and then your third set is gonna be like 13, but that's okay, it's 13, and you rest and hit 2 more.
Pause.
Hey, this is me during editing. I would also like to say that this applies to just any number as well. You don't have to get a high of a number as 15. If you can only get 7, 5, or 6, 4 even, that can also apply. Even if you can get 3, as long as you're able to get 3 and you get stronger where you're at. Don't focus on how much you need to do. Just get strong and perfect where you're at. This apply for any number as well.
You've gotten stronger, you've done it. Now you can go up in numbers and now hit like, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Now you're gonna go up in numbers. You can change your goal. Now you can try to go from 15 and go little increments, like either 17, 18, 19, or just go all the way to 20 if you want to. You can do that if you can try to get to 20. If not, let's say if you stop at 19, okay, cool. The same principle applies for the second and third set. You rest, take a break, hit the rest just to get to 19 again. That is the method that I use not only for pull-ups, but also for weighted pull-ups, because that method works of you gaining strength slowly over time. It's progressive overload. Like you're mastering your craft and perfecting it where you're at. And you can take this same training method and apply it to anything else, like push-ups, dips, muscle-ups, or other calisthenics activities that we're gonna get to in this channel. This is how you actually get the growth and the strength for things. Now, you can do this exercise right now that I'm about to show you, whether you're a beginner or intermediate user, because whether you can't do 1 or 2 or 3, or maybe you can master all the way up to 20, it's you just hanging on the bar up here and just holding it and just squeezing it tight and holding it and just not letting go. You're gonna slowly go down, but you really have to fight against it, like really fight against it and just not go down. That's gonna really be beneficial for strength gains. You'll definitely feel it in your back. Trust me, these suck, these hurt, especially when you reach like right here and you're hanging on for dear life. So take that for what it is. I hope this video helps. I hope you guys get stronger, especially this New Year's. Like, set your goals. Planning on uploading this channel more consistently. I know my upload schedule is kind of a little bit wonky. I just deal with things behind the scenes, especially with work. Later on in the future, I'm trying not to let work be in the way. So if you guys want to see more content like this, if you guys want to get more strength, if you guys like this video, please subscribe, especially if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.